I've got a feeling that this is closer to a motorbike than it is a bicycle.
Let's.
We've got a new e-bike. Do you want to be in this or not in this? You're too tall. Get out of the shot. Yellow legs. Engwe have sent me their brand new M20 e-bike. We are going to build it up out of the box. Inside the box is the bike and 3 little cardboard boxes. And I'm hoping that in one of them there is the instructions. I think these are the headlights. I've got a feeling that this is closer to a motorbike than it is a bicycle, and that makes me a little bit worried.
I love it.
Flat pedals, charger, which is actually quite compact. Toolkit, there you go, you like tools. Comes with a plug adapter and some instructions.
Use the manual. Fits front wheel. No. Take them, can't please faster 7. Put the headlamp on first, but then the front wheel's already on the bike there.
Oh.
I want to go front wheel and then headlamp.
Why? Why are you going to do that?
Because it's going to be easier to do it that way.
Why didn't you just put it in the bike stand?
How? Where am I clamping it from? The diagrams aren't great. It says yeah, fits according to the diagram, but I've got washers over here that's not on the diagram. And we're going to need another 14mm spanner.
There's one in the toolkit it comes with. It's a 14, a 17, a 10 and 8, and what are those?
13 and a 14. A 13, but they're not properly 13. Yes, the bolts aren't exactly that size. A 12 fits on it. So why are they giving us a 13 and a 14 but not a 12? It says a 15mm range for the axle, which is completely different to the 14 and the 12 we used.
That's very old.
That's it tight. Now we set the headlights. Thank you.
Whilst Nick attempts to fit the front light, I'll give you some of the specs. This is the Engwe M20, which launched on March 13th. It has a 1000 watt peak power motor, which can run at 750 watts sustained, which is an insane amount of power. That enables it to go 28 miles per hour, which I've got a feeling in the UK is not road legal. Well, in fact, I know it's definitely not road legal in the UK. It's got dual suspension, so there is suspension on the front and the rear. It looks like the front suspension can be locked out. It comes with 20-inch wheels that have 4-inch wide tyres on it. They're absolutely massive, fat, wide, grippy tyres on relatively small wheels. Nick actually has an Engwe bike, which I gave him in a previous video, that has the same wheels on it. What do you think of the wheels, Nick?
They're decent, easily serviced, haven't any punctures, haven't actually even reinflated them since we built it.
Have you not? Interesting. It's got a dual front light and a rear light. When you pull the rear brake, the back light actually goes on like an actual motorbike. And it's got a 7-speed, is it a Shimano system?
Shimano, yeah.
Hydraulic disc brakes, which generally, if they're looked after all right, will be okay. However, it is a 40 or 35, 40 kilo bike. Are mechanical disc brakes sufficient for a bike that weighs 40 kilos?
I've not any problems with mine. It's probably slightly lighter than this one, but then I'm about 30 kilos heavier than you, so I'll even it out. They work. I prefer hydraulic, but I think that's more of a, you get used to something nice.
On the surface of it, it does feel like a few modifications to this bike and it could be amazing. But I will stress it again, in the UK, it still won't be road legal.
It's also got 2 nuts, one that's right size, and one's considerably bigger. So I don't know if that is just put on as a washer.
What do the instructions say?
Doesn't say anything about it. And then might as well put the free nut back on. That was really easy. Like, that's the easiest mudguard I've ever fitted. Apart from our saver.
This bike comes with 2 battery options. As standard, it comes with one that's already fitted to the bike. And there's an option for an additional battery, which I requested, which means that it doubles the range. So we're going to fit that now.
This thing, well, both batteries have got a USB outlet, so you can plug your phone into that.
Let's see if it does work to charge your phone. I can confirm it works as a standalone battery. So this is my new battery pack. Just going to put it in my backpack and walk around everywhere with it.
Do you know how to do this?
No, use the manual.
The manual isn't great for the rest of the bike, but I can figure that out being a bike mechanic. We don't deal with electric bikes.
There doesn't appear to be instructions on how to install the second battery, so we're going to guess a bit.
No, I know exactly how to install it.
What's your theory?
Take the seat off so we can get in there, and then we add this in. So then that'll plug into one battery, that'll plug into the other battery, and the motor will plug into there. That is obviously the dual battery equalizer, it says on there.
The moment of truth. Is Nick right?
I've got no doubt. Yes! I probably told you.
Are you?
So, it's this one, yeah. That's the one. Okay. Pass me that box thing. My guess is this one goes into that one. This one goes into that one.
You are right, aren't you?
And then your battery whole thing will go in through there. I'm gonna be in there. Into there. And then that we need to just somehow. Do you think that's your horn? That's indigo. Okay. We're in business. This.
Do you mad at?
It works.
We should probably check that the gears actually work, because the bike came fully set up and presumably indexed. It does look a little bit wobbly and maybe even bent. I get the feeling that the gears on this bike are there just because it makes it a moped or legal in some countries, rather than they think that people are actually going to use it as a bike. Hanger alignment tool that we've got here isn't worth it. It's using it.
Cool. I just think it bent in the box slightly, so it's just bending the mech hanger out slightly has fixed that. But it's nice.
Like, it is a motorbike, isn't it? It is literally a motorbike. It's just got pedals. It's like when you go on holiday to Spain in the 90s and everyone's riding around on mopeds.
They should have these instead of Boris bikes in London.
So the bike's ready to go. We're going to go outside and give it a whirl. My first thoughts on the bike are that it's fun, it's fast, it can ride like a motorbike. I went out with Nick and he didn't use the pedals pretty much at all, and we were out for probably the best part of an hour, and there was still tons of battery life left in it. So if you are in a situation where you can ride a bike like this and it's legal to do so, why wouldn't you? You can ride it like a normal bicycle and the motor kicks in like a normal e-bike. It just so happens that the motor in it is very powerful. When we were building the bike, the instructions weren't great. We were able to get it all together and it functioned fine. There were a couple of issues. Obviously the mech hanger was bent, and we had to work out how to install the second battery. However, once it was built up and we're actually out riding it, it feels super sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart or anything's going to break on it. Durability wise, it seems pretty solid. It does feel like it's designed to be used as a motorbike rather than a bicycle. I'm not entirely sure how durable the group set would be over a long period of time, but if you're buying this bike, are you even really turning the pedals over that much? Probably not. This bike is for someone that probably knows a little bit about bike maintenance, so that when you get it out of the box, you can build it up yourself. You're going to be pretty confident that it isn't going to fall apart. And when it comes to fixing some bits on it, you have an idea of how to source the very unusual tyres that it comes with, or find a new cassette or chain that will work with it. If you took it into an independent bike shop or just any bike shop, the chances are they're going to say, we don't work on bikes like this. What I absolutely love about this bike is it just looks cool. It makes me want to go out and ride on it. I've always wanted a motorbike, and this is probably the closest I can get to having one. It's just cool and fun, and it makes you want to just go out on it. And you can get around without getting sweaty and horrible. This is actually the second bike that Engwe have sent me, and what is consistent between both of them is that they are absolutely great to ride. They're fun. They are like, anyone that has ridden one of these bikes ends up with a massive smile on their face because they've just got that like energy and fun to them. They're great things to have. The biggest question overarching the whole thing here in the United Kingdom is, are these bikes legal? No. Should I be riding them on the road? Probably not. Will the police stop me? Maybe, I don't know. But ultimately, are they legal in this country? They're not. The filming that we did on this bike today was all off-road, where technically it is allowed to be used. I hope you like this video, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.